Are you struggling to find a job in this job market as a developer? Guess what? There's a couple of skills that you're probably missing right now that can help you make money while you're still looking for a job and even help you land a position. Okay, so let's get started, guys. You already know it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com, trying to give you guys some really good value in this video. Again, real life experience, real life gems. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, the first thing that we have right here is high converting landing pages with ClickFunnels. Now, for those of you guys that have never heard of ClickFunnels, ClickFunnels is pretty much like a software as a service where it allows you to create different pages to funnel a customer into being able to purchase a product or signing up for a digital product, or maybe just to capture the person's emails, right? And it's pretty straightforward, right? A lot of the things that you can do with ClickFunnels is pretty much drag and drop. Now, of course, if you really want to customize it and give it like a really good look, you're gonna need to know HTML, CSS to be able to do this. And a lot of people pay a lot of money for this, right? For people to come in and create funnels for them that actually convert. And I'll give you guys an example here. So this right here is Teddy. This is like a dashboard, pretty much a Excel sheet that shows you like a dashboard of all of your sales. And this is great for coaching and agencies and stuff like that. But again, this is what a converting landing page really looks like. Okay. And this is something that any one of you guys can do this, right? I'm pretty sure some of you guys are looking at this and like, man, I could do this with my eyes closed. Yes, you could do it with your eyes closed, but you're still slacking. You haven't done it. Okay. Right. So you're missing this opportunity. A lot of people pay top dollar for them to have a nice looking landing page, right? That's going to convert. And at the same time is using ClickFunnels, right? Why ClickFunnels specifically? We could build this with HTML, CSS, and just pretty much PHP or any other language that we want. But a lot of people like to use ClickFunnels for this, right? This award. If you go in and you use ClickFunnels, and let's say you generate $1 million with your sales, people get awarded, you know, this big award that shows, hey, this person had $1 million in sales or $10 million in sales, etc. So people definitely want to be using ClickFunnels. So guess what? As developers, we need to learn how to use this platform. This is very easy to do. Okay. Now, the next thing that I have here is building and managing e-commerce stores. Okay. So there's a lot of stores out here, you know, especially drop shipping, people that are looking to start their own entrepreneur journey, right? They're looking for their own websites to be made, right? And they're probably gonna be using Shopify. I don't know if you guys can notice this, right? Yes, Shopify is everywhere. Okay, but guess what? A lot of times people don't know how to build their stores themselves, or they don't know how to customize them themselves, or maybe they want to add some extra features like, hey, I want to load up my pictures from Instagram, etc. Right? Shopify is a great way for those of you guys that have that knowledge of HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript to be able to go into this realm and start making some money. Okay, you're dealing with businesses. You're not dealing with the average guy that's on Craigslist. Hey man, can you build me the next Facebook for $200? It's like, no, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? So again, there's a lot of ways that you can make money with Shopify, either by creating Shopify themes or creating Shopify applications. Now, to create Shopify applications, you need to be a full stack developer. So again, that's a different level. But you can get started by creating Shopify stores for businesses, and even just helping them out with small things like, hey, I need something customized here. Can you help me out? You're a developer. You could do it. Why not? Okay, not only can you get experience from this as far as e-commerce, but also too, this is going to introduce you to a whole new world. Okay, a lot of times you guys think that you need to go work at Fang or this big companies to make top dollars. Like, guys, this is where the money really is at, okay? This is where you're gonna really get that big bag, the M's, right? And it's really in e-commerce, okay? So definitely this is a skill that you guys want to pick up, Shopify development. By the way, for anyone that's watching this, okay, shameless plug, this is what we do at CodingPhase.com, right? This is what we teach, okay? If you wanted to learn how to code, or you've been wanting to learn some of the skills, this is what we focus on, right? Like, we don't focus on teaching coding as a hobby. We focus on things that's gonna either get you paid freelancing, get you a job, or for you to build your own business. We don't care about learning how to code random little bullshit like, you know, Arduino and Raspberry Pis, how to turn on the light with a clap on, clap off. Like, we don't give a fuck about that shit, to be honest with you. I'm sorry I'm cursing, but it's the truth, right? We just don't care about that. We care about the things that's gonna really get us a bag, and things that we can actually use our skills and touch. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to be here having theory in our head and thinking about all this amazing applications we can build. And now I want to get my hands dirty now. I want to start building things now. I want to start working now. I want to make bags of money now, not tomorrow, but now. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we focus on CodingPhase. Again, we do teach Shopify development. We do teach front end. We do teach content editing. We do teach HTML, emails, right? Again, a lot of the things that we're mentioning in this video here, we also teach on CodingPhase.com. So again, if you want to learn the skills and you're like slacking, okay, this is the platform where you want to be at. This is where you want to come through. All right. So let's continue with the next thing, okay? The next skill that I definitely recommend for you guys to start picking up is literally how to manage Facebook and Google ads, right? And you might say, well, Joe, I'm a developer, right? What do I care about this type of things, right? Why should I even focus on something like Facebook and Google ads? Like, why would I even care about that? Well, the truth is that by knowing how to use Facebook and Google ads and any of the ad platforms like TikTok, right? Even Twitter and Pinterest, and there's a whole bunch of ones out there, but Facebook and Google are the main ones. Knowing how to do this is the main skill that's gonna take you from being just a worker to being a boss. I'm just being honest, right? Because you could come up with the best idea in the world, right? But if you don't know how to market it, how to get it to the right people, how to get to the right audience, that is just an idea that you have in your head and no one's ever gonna find it, okay? The best way to skip the line is to literally know how to use Google Ads. You don't need to know how to spend too much money, and like, you know, with this advertisement companies, you could start very, very small. We're talking about $1, $2 a day, okay? At a bare minimum, $5, right? And from there, you could scale up. Now, when you learn the skills, not only can you do it for yourself, right, to promote either your products, your services, right, any type of things that you might create as a developer, right, like a software as a service, etc., right, but you can also do this for businesses, right? Again, I'm not telling you guys to become a marketer, right? I'm not telling you guys to go in with, hey guys, I'm gonna create a digital agency selling, you know, marketing services. No, this is something that you give extra to your clients, right? To your customers, right? Also to knowledge that you're gonna pick up from this that's gonna help you in the long run, right? You need to understand how this thing works, okay? So I'll give you a great example. Right, this is something very simple. You don't have to be a marketer to understand this. It's literally looking at data, okay, and understanding from other examples, right? Like, this is just some simple ads that we was running on, you know, for Black Friday, right? Look, like, this is a real business, right? My business is a real business, right? I'll give you like a great example in here. Right, we spent $333, right? Total $548, right? With that $548, I was able to convert it to $8,000. Okay, this is a skill that you can go in and use it for yourself and use it for others. understanding how these platforms work, understanding how to set up pixels, how to set up the tracking systems of purchases, when a form gets submitted, like how to trigger this Google tags, and how to trigger the Facebook pixels, right, and TikTok pixels, right? Understanding that process and how to set that up, just right there, that's a service you can sell to people, right? Then comes in the fact that you can manage their account for them. Now you could easily go in and say, you know what, if we have an ad that's already working, we could just let that ad run for X amount of time, right? And it's generating that company money. And now all you have to do is spend 20-30 minutes out of your day, and you can look at that company's dashboard and see how it's going, right? Again, you can go in and start charging people a retainer fee, right? Let's say, for example, I'll give you a great example. If right now, this is Joe trying to go in and build a e-commerce store for a business, this is how I'm gonna sell it, right? I'm gonna come in and say, hey man, I can build you an e-commerce store with Shopify, right? Guess what? You got 5 to 10 products. Okay, cool. I'm going to charge you $1,500 for that store. Okay. Plus I'm going to go in and post your products for you. Now, if you want me to set up the automations for you so you can start capturing emails, right? I'm going to go in and charge you $500 for the automations, maybe ConvertKit or MailChimp, right? Then from there, I'm going to go in and I'm going to charge you another $1,000 to basically set up a whole system where you can retarget the audience as people come in through Facebook and Google ads. And if you want me to go in and set up your ads for you, right, and basically come up with some strategies for you to be able to sell your products online, guess what? That's going to cost you $2,000 and then a retainer fee of $1,500 a month. Now you might say, who's going to pay $1,500 a month? A company that's making $10,000. If you're able to generate a company $10,000 a month, and you can say, hey man, I'm going to charge you $1,500 out of that $10,000, right? Guess what? People are willing to pay that. Okay. This is stuff that is easy. This is not stuff that I'm like, man, I'm a genius, I figured this thing out. No, this is stuff that you sit down, you learn the skills, and then from there you package it up with everything else that you have already going on. Okay, you're already a developer, right? You already know how the web works, right? Learning this extra little features to make you even an attractive offer, right? And to upsell on your services, like it's a no-brainer. Okay, now the next thing that I have right here is UGC recruitment. Okay, so again, this is another skill that some of you guys need to start picking up, right? It doesn't matter if you're building a software as a service, doesn't matter if you're selling a digital product, doesn't matter if you're helping another company sell products. Okay, you need to understand how this works, right? So UGC means user generated content, right? There's a lot of influencers out there, right? People that basically have millions of followers, and there's people that have 5,000 followers, right? If you are able to go in and help a company, get new influencers to promote their service, this is something that you can go in and charge top dollar for. This is a new form of making income right now on the web, to be honest with you guys. Right? There's a lot of influencers out here, people that's just on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, etc., TikTok, right? They don't know what to do with themselves, right? So guess what? You become the middleman. By you finding the right creators for the right brands, you can now start charging X amount of dollars on top of whatever the person charges. Let's say somebody comes in and let's say, I don't know, this girl right here is charging $100 per post, right? You can now go in and say, well, it costs $150, right? This is your client that you have. You already built their website. You already helped them out with their ads. You already helped them out with their landing pages. You already helped them out with their email campaign. Guess what? Now you can help them out find the right type of influencers for their brand, and you charge a fee on top of what it costs. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And you could even go in and work it out with your influencer and say, hey, you know what, man, I'm gonna pay you for 10 posts, and the person's charging $100. Now you say, you know what? Charge me $75 for each post because I'm paying you for 10. Okay. Now you come in and you say, well, it costs us $150 to get this influencer. Guess what? Now you're keeping half of the money straight up front just by creating that connection between the brand and the actual influencer. The company that is hiring you doesn't need to know what you're paying for this. At some point, you could even build your own squad of influencers in different type of brands that can work together. And then now you're just a middleman, not even doing much, and just managing the fact that, hey, this content needs to be created, this content needs to be set up by this amount of time, right? It needs to be published by this time, etc. Now you got a business going on. You get what I'm saying? Now you got a full business that you can go in and basically, you know, give a turnkey to any type of business. Say, hey man, we provide you with everything here. Okay, these are skills that if you still don't know how to do this, you need to start paying attention. Again, this is not the type of content where you're gonna find, hey man, what's faster, a for loop or a while loop? We don't live in that world. We live in the world of making money. Okay, we use code to basically get us from point A to point B. Okay, if you're like me, you're gonna see the opportunities that this type of skills can bring to you. Get your bag. Don't be stupid. Don't miss out on these opportunities. Okay, the next thing that we have right here is basically niche and microservices. Right now, guess what? You know enough about the industry. You know enough about some of these platforms that's out here, right? You can go in and basically create a service for a specific niche. And I give you a great example of this, right? So this right here is a very simple application. All it really does is connects to most social medias companies, right? And allows people to go in and post different times, right? Basically schedule postings, right? So you can go in and build something similar to this. I'm seeing a lot of applications similar to this one, as far as like AI, using, you know, OpenAI APIs and creating like small little things like that. Like, hey, create a post for Instagram, or generate me a ad for Facebook, or like there's a bunch of different small niches that's out there that you can go in and create a software as a service or a simple microservice like this one, where you can go in and start charging people, right? So again, this is something very simple, right? And this is for those of you guys that be like, man, I don't want to do anything else but code, Joe. Guess what? If you all you want to do is code and that's all you want to do, right? Cool. This is where you need to start paying attention to. Okay, how can you niche down and find that niche and say, hey, this type of group needs this type of services, and I'm gonna go in and create that service for them. And these are the skills that I think that you guys should focus on right now if you want to start making some money. Okay, not only can this help you out in the long term to find a job, because now you can actually explain to companies what you have done for businesses and in what ways you have been able to help them generate income. Businesses love that. Doesn't matter at what level, if it's small businesses all the way to enterprise level businesses. They love the idea of someone coming in, being productive from day one, and being able to generate income for a company, because that's when you're producing. Okay, so again, those are the skills. High converting landing pages with ClickFunnels. That's number one. Number two, building and managing e-commerce stores with Shopify, Wix, right? BigCommerce, right? Some of the platforms there. You also have WooCommerce if you wanted to go that route. But personally, WordPress is on, you know, on its last bed, right? Managing Facebook and Google ads, right? And not to be a marketer, but to sell it as an extra upsell for your business, right? You're already a development company, right? You're creating websites for people, you're creating e-commerce websites, HTML, email campaigns, etc. Go ahead and learn this extra skill that doesn't cost you anything, right? To be able to help businesses generate income using advertisement, because then now you can go in and go into the world of recurring income, where you can say, well, I'm gonna charge you $1,500 for me to maintain your account and manage it. Okay. At the end of the day, you could go in and hire some dude in a sweatshop, you know, somewhere in a third world country and be like, hey man, come work for me. You know what I'm saying? Put him to manage it, right? And you keep the big piece, right? So sometimes you got to do it like that. It's it's the economy that we live in, right? Okay. You got UGC recruitment, right, which is managing basically the talents that's out there and helping businesses build that connection between both, right, and getting that content that will help them sell their products. And also too, you have niching down into microservices and so forth, so services for specific niches. Not to go in and be like, hey, I'm trying to create the next Facebook. That shit it's almost impossible nowadays, right? That ship sailed. Now what you want to go in and say, I want to create an application that serves 5,000 to 10,000 people. If you can do that, you got a business. All right, guys. So hopefully this was useful and something that you guys picked up a couple of gems in here. Guys, got any questions, leave a comment below. Do you feel like any of these is something that you want to pick up? Let me know. And again, guys, I'm going to be leaving a link on the description for you guys to check out the Tech Accelerator program. It's a free training. See if it makes sense for you guys. Again, if you're looking to get into this game and you need that extra help, definitely check out the Tech Accelerator program. And again, you can definitely go to CodingPhase.com. Check out the Diamond membership, which gives you access to all of the courses on CodingPhase.com. Again, guys, I love you. I'm going to see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Subscribe if you like this type of video. Peace.